this is for the first time you're trying to decode the New Delhi Declaration. Are you satisfied with the outcomes, ma'am?
Yes, very much satisfied, because this time India managed to have consensus on all issues. Now, as you know, in the G20, the finance track has substantial contribution to make. And India's presidency, in a very well thought out fashion, guided by the Prime Minister that the global multilateral institution, inclusive of the development banks, will have to undergo reforms. They are 20th century institutions not ready to face the challenges of the 21st century. So he's been consistent in calling for reform of all the Bretton Woods institution, and if Bretton Woods institutions will have to be going through the process of reform, G20, which is essentially a financial forum, economic forum, will have to take a call on it, is the thought that we had, and we went in with an agenda which included primarily those where most countries will have to work together. So MDB reforms is one such, crypto is another, because it's no good because it's so technology driven. It's no good if countries do any isolatory attempt at either regulating or staying out of it by banning and so on. So both those agendas clearly were for collective action, and to have a collective action agreed upon, you needed pithy discussion, substantive things on the agenda to talk about. And when you put on agenda, you just can't leave it there, you need to suffuse it with a lot of content, and that's exactly what we did. So whether it is MDB's reform or crypto assets, or looking at how global debt distress is being addressed, because very many LDCs were suffering for not timely intervention by global institutions to redress their debt grievances. With COVID and with also the war, you have middle income countries also suffering with debt. So it couldn't be that we have an institution like IMF or we have the World Bank, but countries are not getting timely redressal. So that is something which we wanted to take up, all the more because Honorable Prime Minister had picked up on being the voice for the global South. So these countries needed to be heard and also a solution be given. So that was another. And the final thing, which are, among other things, is how we had made a success of digital public infrastructure that had to be showcased, and the entire India stack had to be displayed in such a way that people understand that India has made remarkable journey in this course, which resulted in good financial inclusion.